You have a line that says, "Creating this book has changed me. I feel more clarity, confidence, and peace through all aspects of life." Why don't you end the conversation with unpacking that sentence?
Yeah, you can't really spend this much time with these ideas and not kind of take them in, um, for better or worse, I think. And so you kind of have to, I'm glad I somewhat carefully chose who to study and which book to write. And it's funny, I can spend too much time thinking about the wealth building section and like stress myself out, or I can spend too much time focused on kind
Hmm.
of the aspects of happiness and get like really chill and stop accomplishing things.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, like when I finished editing the happiness section, for I think the first or second time, I just kind of like shelved the book for a month or two just because I like
Hmm.
didn't feel any pressure to work on it or change anything about my situation anymore, which was like kind of earned myself a mental vacation. It was like
Mm-hmm.
deeply peaceful. Um, and then I got a little like antsy again and like started working on it and picked it back up.
Mm-hmm.
And so you finally kind of you internalize all these things that are like habits of peace, and um, you develop this contentedness, and it changes a little bit how much you try to change the things that are going on around you, which is perfectly fine. Like, one of Naval's tweets is like, we see ourselves as fixed and the world is malleable,
Hmm.
but it's mostly that the world is fixed and we are malleable.
Wow.
So if you learn to kind of adjust your expectations to meet reality, like nothing bothers you, and that's fine. And you're happy and you're at peace. If you choose to try to change the world, you are all of a sudden, what you wish to be true isn't true until you accomplish this thing, and that is a tumultuous place to be. Like that's an uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to hold that desire and to work on that all the time, and to decide that you are not going to be happy until this, what you see as this way that the world needs to be malleable is resolved. Um, and I think the struggle and the core kind of tension of this book is like, how do you do both at the same time? How do you choose your desires very, very carefully? How do you choose as few as possible? How do you assume responsibility for yourself? How do you kind of accept yourself and grow yourself at the same time? Like, that is a tremendous challenge that all of us face every day. And to fall kind of on either side of that infinitely thin line is psychologically difficult and emotionally difficult, but you can't stay on it, perfectly
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And so just learning to understand that that's the vicissitudes of life, and that's the scale that we exist on, and that we all exist on. Everybody around us is going through the same thing of trying to stay on this line. Some people understanding it and seeing it for what it is more than others. Some people being far from the line in one way or another, at any given time, and just accepting all of those things about each other and understanding all those things about each other.